Hey there guys, what's going on and welcome back to the Ultimate RTG, and never ever doubt my teams again. 90 overall team chemistry, 4 players off, and this was the side that had to take down and be a professional. But not any professional, 3rd in the world FIFA rank. Not FUT champs, FIFA overall rankings. I'm pretty sure this man won one of the most recent FUT Champions Cups. He's been winning like random tournaments as well. And this was the side to do it. Battaglia Acuna is my 2 CDMs. Petit at the back. Big man Doc in the starting 11. I don't know what happened, boys. We must have hit some mad form on Sunday. And this is what I want to go over and explain and break it down for you. And if you are interested in a separate video, how I approach the game against FUTWiz Lyrics that you're about to see, then I will do that as like an analysis video if you guys are interested, maybe tomorrow or the next day. But boys, if you are new around here, hit that subscribe button. And if you can support today's video by dropping a like, 2,000, 3,000. We finished 28-2. Oh, I sport it. 28-2. All right. I need to speak about just the start of the night. So I was ill. I was pretty ill. After I finished recording yesterday's episode, I went and watched the Man City game for a bit, and then I went to bed. I didn't stream. I woke up at like 11:30, and I had 10 games remaining. That dedication though, and this reminded me like way back on FIFA 17, 18, where I used to just grind the game, block out all the noise, and just listen to the game sound, the balls, the crowd, and I was in the zone. And for whatever reason, I just felt like I wanted to play FIFA. And the first few games, funnily enough, right, game 1 I was involved in, the guy quit at 0-0 in like 15 minutes, for whatever reason. His team wasn't that bad, but he just quit. The second game I went into, I won a penalty in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes again, and he quit. And I thought, alright, is it going to be toxic o'clock or something? Because I'm just not used to playing at this hour. Usually I get my games done by about like 10 o'clock, half 10. But I started at half 11 and I had 10 matches. So it went all the way until like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I wouldn't say that the connection itself was any better. It was all about like my mindset and how I was playing the games. And if there was a time where I'd have to face like a professional player, it would have been yesterday, because with the way I was performing, it was just different to how I stream. And it's not to use that as an excuse to say like that's the reason why I don't get like really good ranks in the weekend league. That's not true. It's down to myself and what I do when I'm streaming. I always feel the need to add like flair to my game, overwork chances, and not really play that sweaty. Whereas if I'm like, well, I'm still recording, but I'm off camera technically, and I'm just playing the game, I will work the space on the wings, I will hold possession, I will protect the ball, I will slow it down, and it may be boring to watch, but it's what gets the job done. And I was just, yeah, really happy with some of the changes that I made overall and how I was protecting the ball last night. And that's the difference. No flashy skill moves, nothing like this. Just pass and move, waiting for some good openings. And it's not to say that I'm not attempting dangerous balls. Otherwise, if you don't try and pass and cut down your opponent, then nothing's going to happen. But a few of these like first games, I thought the opponent was going to quit. I had a penalty and it was saved, and he went and equalised. This was way before, obviously, that we got to like 27 wins. And at one point before, obviously, we've hit 28, I was doubting myself. I was thinking, am I ever going to be able to get back to like Elite 1, top 100 on FIFA 20? Because something just hasn't really been clicking for me. I don't know if that's the way I play, or if it's the team, or if it's even the game. Because I always say to myself, like, oh, don't worry, it's just a connection. But surely everyone else has these problems where it doesn't feel good and they're overcoming it. So what is it exactly that I'm just not very good at with adjusting to FIFA 20? And I think it's just I'm overworking and I'm trying to do things that will just not perform in average gameplay. And the more I start like slowing down my play, passing it around, and making sure that I'm not playing silly passes, or I'm not rushing and going for the obvious ball, I'm getting a lot more out of my game. And this is something that's given me so much more motivation and just, once again, belief. I was speaking about this a few episodes ago. I really needed this. I needed that finish of knowing that we can get back to where we once were on FIFA 17, 18, 19. FIFA 20, I don't really understand it. Sometimes I play very well. And other times, I just, yeah, I play poorly and I get results. So it's a weird one. And one of the games that may have cost us top 100, the actual rank itself, I'm taking top 100, by the way. I don't care what you boys say. 28 wins is joint top 100. And if it wasn't for like a stupid leaderboard on Xbox recently, and overall like the skill rating being quite high, we've got 28 wins, and it's nice to know myself that we are back to at least competing for that spot. And if it wasn't for the leaderboards and knowing how I played, I think that I deserve top 100 this week. I don't know who else I'm supposed to be to deserve that rank. So for me personally, it's just like an extra couple of packs, or it's just you got the trophy. But deep down, like with the way I performed, yeah, I think that we deserve 29 wins. But the loss that I did take, that I'll show you in a second, it was against someone that had 2 shots and had like 15-16, and that was on Saturday. I spoke about it before, but I'll show you the stats in case you don't really believe me. But then I was thinking, right, is it really the case of you missing out top 100 because of that result? Let's say you won it. It's like the knock-on effect or butterfly effect. Would you really have played the second guy after him, the third guy, the fourth guy? Would you have had the same matchmaking? So it's all well and good saying, yeah, if he didn't beat me, I would have got top 100. I don't really believe that. You can only play who gets put in front of you, and you have to get those results. But it's funny because towards the end of this run, I came up against one of the worst teams I would have faced, and that was for the last game, and he was fairly good. He went a goal up against me, and I really desperately wanted 28 wins just to attempt to get into the top 100. So I was grinding, and he was making it really difficult. It was very good defensively, but I was protecting the ball, I was working it, and eventually we did get those goals. And Doc was stepping up. He even stepped up against the pro player, scoring an all-important goal. But I want to really like properly break that game down, so I'm not going to speak about it so much. Like tomorrow's bonus upload or the following day, I'll get it properly laid out and I'll explain some of my thoughts as to what I was doing in those matches. But Doc has completely changed the starting 11. I cannot believe for a second that I'm able to get use out of this guy, and there is no doubt that he's clunky. Like he's just a clunky mess at times, but what he has is consistency. When he's in front of goal, I know I'm going to score. And some of the most bizarre angles as well you can find with this card. And he's so strong, he provides composure. And I know that his stat is also 96, so when he's inside the box, he is going to finish. And I think that my opponents find it very difficult just to contain him. It's similar to when I came up against Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan, that team of the group stage card. Now, he's not particularly that great on the ball, but he's just super strong, and he makes it really uncomfortable to defend against someone like that, because you feel like you'll make a tackle and then he just starts bouncing off, and then that causes a rebound and he can pass it over to somebody else, and you've already committed your defender. And I think that's a similar situation with Socrates. And he's just a handful. But with Petit, I cannot believe I'm saying this right now, but he is the best centre-back that I've used on FIFA 20. I'm not kidding. And this is why I want you guys to try something new, refresh the game. Don't always copy custom tactics, teams that other people are using. Find something that you can enjoy and it works. Now, if I wasn't to pack Petit, I would never have used him as a CDM. Like CDM, I know everyone was saying, yo, Fuji, getting back to the midfield, he's really good there. He is good, but he's not good enough for me. So I'm not going to use him as a CDM. I know exactly what I require in the midfield, and it's people that are technical on the ball, that can track back, that feel strong, just really the most well-rounded CDM cards. And as we're on a budget, I look to Acuna and I still can't believe how good this guy is. Like, please, for the love of God, if you are struggling on the game and you're not too sure what to do, or you're not creative, try and get that guy into your squad and plant him into the midfield. I guarantee he is going to change and win you some games. He is sometimes outperforming Kante, and it's ridiculous for me to say say, but he is. And Petit at the back, the consistency that he's offered playing in that position and CDM, it was the perfect switch up and change. And you look at my team and it's a mess. I agree. It looks like a mess, but chemistry, it just doesn't make any difference. 98 overall team chem, 4 players off, and it still is able to perform so well. I think what people feel like that happens whenever they try something new or they have 5 players off chem and they're judging that team based on the gameplay. It's always gameplay. And even playing at like, what was it, half 11, 12 o'clock last night, going into like early hours of the morning, like 1 a.m, the games didn't feel any better. Maybe I had 1 or 2 that felt a little bit playable. The other ones were just very slow, sloppy as per usual. So those that do say that maybe wait until like later in the night to finish your games, Fuji, you get a better connection. It's not always true. The only difference was the way I was approaching the games and playing a little bit more possession based, passing it around and protecting the ball. But I just cannot believe, boys, that we have finished on 28-2, and this team of the week is looking absolutely fantastic. We've got Kevin De Bruyne, Salah, CR7, anybody else that EA want to drop in there. Now, although my team of the week in Formula has been god-awful this weekend, but come on EA, please reward me. I played the best FIFA last night. Genuinely, I can't play any better than that. No, one thing I will say is in the attack, one thing that I'd like to improve with my game is when I'm sitting back and soaking up pressure and defending quite well with the player switching, in the transition, I want to be able to be a little bit more impactful and dominant and make sure that I'm attacking quickly. One thing that I notice with my gameplay is that I can't get out of my half. It's on the transition, I'm a little bit slow in. And what that means is that I have to play a little bit more reserved on those counter-attacks and have patience. And sometimes that's not always the correct way of playing because you're going to give your opponent enough time to track back and go part of the bus. And it's not to say that it's his fault, it's just everyone on this game plays a form of defense. And if we're not moving it quick enough to get those extra couple of goals, that's when it starts screwing us over. So maybe a switch of tactics slightly to see if that allows me to get my players into better positions, but I don't really want to change too much. I'm still using the custom tactics that I showed you a couple of days ago, maybe last week now, and I know they're not for everybody, and this is what I mean, like not everyone plays for width because you're exposed on the wings, but I know what I play, and I've always played since FIFA 17, 18 a narrow width formation and custom tactic setup because I always find myself pulling my fullbacks like out of position anyway to go and track down the line, and then I've got my CDMs there ready to pounce on them. So yeah, I don't mind that too much, but the formations that I do seem to like find myself struggling against are 4-2-3-1s and 4-4-2 sometimes, depending on like who I come up against. And I'm pretty sure the pro player was using 4-4-2 and hug ball side. I think that's what he was using because he had some mad pressure in the midfield, but I want to go over all of that in like a proper video and break it down and maybe give you guys some insight as to how these professional players actually play. But boys, what a weekend league run, man. 28, I was about to say 18-2. Yeah, I was 18-2 and I went 10-0. 28-2, boys, the best RTG finish this FIFA, and if that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does. Yo, drop a like, boys, and I want to go and show you the overall stats. And I don't know if this team is going to be used for next week now. As I've got 28-2, I think it's time for a switch up and try out some fresh faces and see if they're good enough to perform as well as these guys did. Let's go back to the team. So I do want to show you the game that did cost us top 100, but I also explained that if I won this game then it may have been different. You never know. But looking at the result, 13 shots, 8 on target, and he had 1 shot on target and it goes in. Typical FIFA 20, and that would have put us on 29-1. So top 100, we've missed out because of skill rating, but 28 wins, boys. Oh, I got some squad battle rewards, probably like bronze, gold. Hey, silver 3 gives us a few packs, but this 28-2 has just given me even more motivation to start playing the weekend league. Seeing the signs of improvement and getting back to where I once was, like an Elite 1 player. That's where my standard, and then the occasional top 100 finish. But we weren't far off, boys, and it's just a shame the leaderboards are an absolute mess and everyone gets 29, 28, because a couple of years ago that would have been enough for top 100, boys. So with the team of the week, please EA, reward me, man. Give me like 500,000, 600,000. And what I'm seeing is a lot of gold pack method flying around. Not bronze pack, gold pack method. So I may be starting that in the next few days and invest, I don't know, 100,000 coins into gold packs, see what I get. I need to figure out like what exactly you do with the cards. You just sell them on, do you put them towards League SBCs? How does it work? But I don't even know when I was playing Squad Battles. Was that for one of the random cards? What also came out yesterday, Footmus, Thiago Mendes, the CDM from, I think it's Leon. So with his card, I will do. I think maybe for this weekend coming up, he's someone that we could possibly bring into our starting 11. He looks like a beast, honestly. Gabama I still need to do. I'll play that later tonight. Where is he? Did I go past him? Oh yeah, there he is. Thiago Mendes. 80 pace, 83 dribbling. I checked out his in-game stats and he's got 86 interceptions, really good stamina, decent stand tackle, and good on the ball, which is what I look for. He is, well, for me, looking very similar to an Acuna CDM. So that is someone that I would like to, yeah, bring into the starting 11. Have I got a pack? Oh, 725 XP needed. So he will be brought in. And I want to break down, before I let you guys go, I want to break down some of the players and show you the stats that they've finished on. But this is Thiago Mendes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did remember to put him into the concept. So 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, high medium. He has 84 sprint speed, which is huge. On the ball, I think he's fine. He's got mad stamina, playmaking, and okay finishing. So you compare him to this. Oh, look at the dribbling difference, though. And the playmaking as well. Oh, damn. Yo, this guy's just so OP. And the acceleration. You can't find someone better than Acuna right now. You just really can't. But he can go back into the starting 11 for now. Do I sell Mertens? Like, I've used him for the full weekend. And 79 games, 79 goals, 47 assists. That's wonderful. Do I get rid of him? Do I accept the loss and go and try out someone different in the attack? Does Doc stay in the starting 11? 104 goals, 97 games, 49 assists. And with the way Mane played, he was outstanding. Some important goals that he did score in the last 10. Shots across goal as well. He is just a fantastic, fantastic card. Maybe what I could do is look to get him on full chem eventually. And if I do replace Mertens, I'm not really sure what I'd like to bring in. I think what's going to happen is we're just waiting to see who we pull in our reds, who we get from the Team of the Week packs, how many coins we're able to make from the FUT Champ rewards, as well as doing gold pack method, just the 5k one, and bring in the coins and see where the club is at by Thursday. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, boys. 28, I just want to show you. So 28, man, I'm just gassed. Like 28 and 2. Let's go, boys. Like, where did that come from? You know, where did that come from? Finishing like a couple of weeks ago, gold 1. I don't know what happens, but usually I'm like elite 3, quite high into like elite 2. And then out of nowhere, 28 and 2 with the team that just works. I can't believe it. It looks like a mess, but it just works. And it's got 98 chemistry. Wow, what a run. But thank you for watching. Leave a like, and I will see you boys on the next one. Team out. Peace.